My name is Ted Williams, and I am running to be the next alderman from the 9th Ward. I am currently a professor of political science in the City Colleges of Chicago. I am the chairperson of the Social Sciences Department at Kennedy King College. I am an arts entrepreneur, having started a theater business years ago, where I have trained young people to work in the arts, in theater and in dance. Also, I am a minister. I helped to co-found a church just under 10 years ago in Chicago's South Loop neighborhood. I'm running for alderman now because our community really needs a change. In the 9th Ward, we have areas of our ward where the unemployment rate is 21%. 70% of our schools are on probation in the ward. Additionally, we live in one of the more violent communities in the city of Chicago. And if you look around and drive around our community, businesses are not thriving, they really are dying. People are ready for a change. I intend to do a few major things when I'm elected alderman of the 9th Ward. Number one, I want to create a business incubator that will help our small businesses to grow. 68 cents on every dollar that is earned in the local community by entrepreneurs is reinvested back into that community. We must begin to change the dynamic of communities like mine where people do not own businesses who live in the community. So my business incubator will help to identify capital sources for small businesses. It will also create a competition for young people to begin to create their own businesses and to understand what entrepreneurship is. It will also help those businesses that are in the ward to have community roots, to be connected with young people, to offer scholarships, to really be a community-based business, which I believe is very important. Secondly, I am an advocate for education. What I would like to do as the alderman is to help to reroute some of the TIF dollars that are currently supposed to be used for public education and get those dollars back where they belong in the public schools. I also support at the state level, and I would work as an alderman to help to advocate for state level education funding reform. We understand that our state ranks 48 out of 50 in terms of the inequality of its public schools and also of the state funding that goes to our public schools. So we've got to do that, and we've got to be able to talk from the city perspective and the state perspective about how we change the dynamic of education funding. I also would be an advocate for all of our schools. I would make sure in the seat that I would provide not only support but also accountability to the schools that we have in our community. We have some great schools, we have some schools that need work, but all of our schools deserve our support, and all of our schools deserve our resources. I also have an extreme background in youth programming. I believe that TIF dollars, for instance, could really help us to change the dynamic of the challenges that many of our youth face. So, for instance, I support a resident-based advisory council for the use of TIF funds. Those funds ought to not just be used at the discretion of the alderman or the mayor, but they ought to really be used by the local community in ways that they think that would help to build economic development and youth opportunity. So I would like to create an arts district within the 9th Ward. I'd like to take those dollars and put them into arts programming that would help to spur the economy. Downtown in the city of Chicago, Broadway in Chicago, earns about $635 million a year. None of that money is seen on the south side, in the far south side of my area. So what I would like to do is to begin to create an environment where we can raise revenue and attract some of the tourism dollars that come to the city. Chicago's the 9th largest destination internationally for tourism. It's time that the south side begin to get some of those dollars. A few other issues that are very important to me. I support an elected school board in the city of Chicago. I support a moratorium on red light cameras. I support, in instance in our ward, we have a very large problem with environmental pollution. And I would work to make sure that not only the city but also the county moratorium on the expansion of landfills stays in place, and that we do environmental cleanup specifically on the south end of our ward, which represents areas like Altgale Gardens. For far too many years, people have lived in pollution and despair, and that is not right. I'm running to be the next alderman because I believe it's time for a change. I ask for your support. Please visit our website, www.restoringhope2015.com. And thank you for helping me to change our community.